Hello, dears, and welcome to Mars Musings of this week. As we're in the Lunar New Year cycle, but also entering Valentine's Day and self love, I really want to touch upon that because a bottom line of money, abundance, prosperity is linked to our self worth. Sadly or not, so many women just don't have that self worth that doesn't allow them to attract it in. And I've seen time and time again through the work I've been doing women that self-worth, where you place yourself is also how much you're able to ask for, to attract in, to really receive for what you're doing. So this is what I want to hone in on this week of Valentine's Day, on this moment, a day before Valentine's Day, the celebrations, but to looking at ourselves. Sometimes we look for this approval from the outside, this love from the other to really fill our cup up, but it really depends on us. How much do we believe in ourselves? How much are we giving ourselves? Where are we resonating with these things within ourselves? And to be honest, that's where Ritual Boxes was born from. Ritual Boxes is really this project that is all about the rites of passage of womanhood, the woman's journey, really celebrating each stage, and all about self-care, self-love, and really giving us these moments. When we celebrate, I feel one passage, we can welcome in the other and also really place ourselves in those moments in our lives. And so what I want to emphasize with all of this is as I'm doing my work around money, especially for women, a lot of the work is also around our relationship with ourselves, how we honor ourselves as women, how much time we make, especially as mothers as well, how much time we make to really take care of ourselves, gives us space and moments that allows us to attract in more. So what I really want to invite you on this Valentine's Day, on this moment of abundance, of really looking in, is looking where you are in this cycle of womanhood and what you can give to yourself to increase your, let's say, time for yourself, your value. So the first one is really the maiden. It's the first bleed. And it's a moment where you become a woman. And for me, this is a really important moment because that's when you enter the cycle of womanhood, where you start living with the rhythms of life. And I made a set for that. But then we move into the lover, for my sake, like the young woman going outwards. And for that, I've developed something for yoni steaming that through the practice of the circles with Margaret Atiendo really came into being. And really looking at our yoni steaming, our self-care, our womb care through that, which is such an important space to look at. Then the next one is all about the queen. And the queen for me is really standing in your power, knowing your authority, knowing who you are as a woman and celebrating this in different ways. So really taking that space in your life. And a lot of women then can also celebrate as part of the queen, the marriage, other connection, other important events that you go through in that moment as you're living through them. Then we move into motherhood, which is the mother's box, which is all about blessings, blessing the mother, that cycle of you moving into in life. It can be being a mother of children, of projects. It can be celebrated in so many different ways. And finally, there's also the sage, which is all about the wisdom that we hold. And as we enter that part of menopause, the sage, really giving our wisdom back to the women. So it's about having two bowls to drink tea and really passing that wisdom to another woman to close that cycle. And for me, the importance of this is that when we can live each stage as a woman, we can really honor and embrace and receive and cultivate our self-love within each stage. We can call in the abundance, really what comes into our life, and also as a sage we can give back. So we're really embodying that beauty of a wise woman, really sharing our wisdom and giving back to the women maybe what we learned, what we didn't have, and really elevating women together. This is the idea of the cycle of womanhood, the ritual boxes that came through, but also really honoring our self-worth, our self-value, and our self-love throughout all of this. So I hope this inspires you in some way for this week, Valentine's Day. If you're alone, if you're with others, maybe to just take a moment, if you have a lover or not, to give yourself that love, to be your self-lover, to really nourish yourself from within so that you can find that self-care, self-love that can attract everything that you're looking for in your life. If it's abundance, all the other aspects of friendship, relationship, and so much more that you deserve. And remembering that you deserve it all, and through self-love is the first step that you're going to step up in that spiral of attraction. So happy Love Week, Valentine's Day if you celebrated, loving yourself, self-care. So much love to you. Know that you're cared for, know that you are appreciated, and the world is waiting for your gifts to come out. Loving yourself. All the love, and we'll see you next week.